us, and we're spreading it out, and it's getting into the stuff that it starts getting into the stuff that we want to deal with ourselves. So I will turn over everything but my finances, right? I will turn over everything but I'll give all my relationships but this one relationship. Or this two. I will turn over everything to God's will except for my hobby. And why? Because we're afraid that if we do that it's going to be somehow taken from us. It's not true, but what ends up happening when we start doing this is like the mustard seed that grows into this huge plant, the fingers of heaven start getting into all of our stuff. And sometimes it seems like it's not convenient, but it'll turn out really good. So, okay. So then he says, to be restored to sanity. To be restored to sanity. Sanity just means health. It actually means health and wholeness of mind. And so the reason that sanity is put in here is because, and it's always talking about us being restored to sanity, because what the Course is telling us is it's all mind. It's all mind. It seems, yes, you seem like you're physical. That's temporary. But it's all mind. And so sanity means health and wholeness of mind rather than what insanity means, which means fragmented. Fragmented, splintered. Anytime that we're caught in judgment and fear and upset and any kind of anger type of situation, our mind is split. Our mind is fragmented. Our mind is splintered, and we poke ourselves with those splinters. So this says restored to sanity. So restored, put back together, wholeness. This is exactly the same thing that the second step is talking about in the recovery program. Being restored to sanity means being restored to wholeness. It means being restored to wholeness, not just within ourselves, but to be restored to wholeness with the whole of creation. And it shows itself then because we're operating in the world as productive, responsible members of society. And be but as God created us. Be love. So here, we'll go back to our normal day. Normal day. Normal day. Let me not forget the treasure that you are. A normal day when we can go forward and be as God created us. To do all the little mundane things that we have made up. And yes, you are complicit. You are complicit in your tasks. You are complicit in your errands. You are complicit in your job, whatever that might be. You are not powerless in these areas. You are cooperating. So cooperate in a different way. Go ahead. Go to that job that you hate and give love to it. Go to that class that you think you can't get, that you think is just too much, that you can't get. Give love to it. See what happens. Be as God created you. And you will be creative. So this is it. This is the bottom line. Our Father calls to us. Right now, God calls to us, and in the Old Testament it tells us how he calls, the still small voice within. We look for God everywhere. We're looking for God all over the place in the material world, and all there are symbols that if we do look hard enough, we can see behind it. But God is speaking to us all the time in this still small voice. He actually says, be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. That's within us. Not in all. We may find many wonderful sights in the world, but the voice of God, the presence of God is speaking within us at all times. Our Father calls to us. We hear his voice, and we forgive creation in the name of its creator, holiness itself, whose holiness his own creations share, whose holiness is still a part of us. That's enough. Thank you.